Hey, what's up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a Gray Zone Warfare video today. Today I want to talk about a topic that I don't feel like has been talked about enough when it comes to Gray Zone Warfare, and it's not even specifically confirmed, it's more of confirmed by common sense based on how the game actually functions from what we know of it so far. And that is really just the basics of how the game functions, honestly, with the servers, the bases, and the players surrounding that. We're going to talk a little bit about Tarkov and Arma when it comes in conjunction with how this game works and how this game might scratch a certain itch that I don't feel like we've had scratched by any other game out there. Before we do, I want to talk about Tacticon Armament real quick. Shout out to those dudes. I got a link in the description down below. You can go click on that and help out the channel if you buy something. As of last week, because I'm recording this video at a very early date because I have other videos planned, they had a 60% off liquidation sale on specific products. So 60% off a specific milsim, not milsim, just like military items like scopes, optics, tactical vests, armor, shit like that, dude. Go check it out. After you order something, you'll get a register item card with it, and you'll get 25% off for life, dude. So you just hurting yourself by not ordering something. Yeah, use my link in the description down below. I really appreciate it. Helps out the channel. But anyway, into the video. So what is this itch I'm talking about? Well, first I want to talk a little bit about Tarkov and a little bit about Arma, specifically Reforger. So let's take Tarkov, for example. Tarkov, you always have a goal. It has insane weapon customization, insane hideout customization, different skills, traders, a whole economy, looting. It's great. You always have a goal in mind. You always have something that you want to do. But Tarkov, unfortunately, is not a game to where you can group up with other players very easily without using external sources like Discord and Reddit. Shit like that. It's very hard to make friends inside the game of Tarkov unless you play scav a lot. I'm not saying that can't happen. That can happen if you scav a lot. You can definitely find people to play with that way. But a lot of people play PMC. And the unfortunate thing about playing PMC in Tarkov right now, and this will be a future video, is it's kill on sight 95% of the time. The only reason you have a conversation with someone is if they know you're there and you know they're there, and y'all are just fucking off on the microphone before you kill each other. There's no repercussion for killing people on your side, on your faction, whether you're USEC or Bear. It's very unfortunate. It's hard to make friends within the confines of the game, but you always have a goal, right? Then you move on to a game like Arma Reforger, specifically European conflict, because that has really been what's blew Arma Reforger up, as I talked about in a video earlier this week. Arma Reforger is the complete opposite. There's no real goal in mind besides take point, capture point, win game by holding all points, right? But it is super easy to load in to Arma Reforger, get into a European conflict server, drop in, customize your character real quick with the limited customization that they have, and then immediately find a big group of dudes who are super into milsim, using military wording and everything else. It feels very authentic. You feel like high-speed operators dropping in on a night mission with your MVGs on, bro. It's super easy to do, and you can do that consistently, night after night, death after death, finding the same group or a new group that's rolling out into an operation on the game. Super easy to do that. But you don't have a goal in mind. There's not really a goal besides capture point, enemy capture point, you take point back, they take point back, eventually someone wins. That's where I think Gray Zone Warfare is going to come in and scratch an itch that I don't believe we've ever had scratched. I don't think we've ever had a game that blended those aspects together in a melting pot to where you not only have a goal with insane weapon customization, with traders, a whole economy, but also where there's 3 different factions, 16 players apiece on a huge open world. You spawn into what I'm assuming, I don't know if it's been confirmed, you spawn into the same base when it comes to your faction, and all of those players are running around with voice chat. So it would be super easy to group up with these players in your base and go out on operations, especially if you have the same goal in mind. You have the same quest. You call out, hey, I'm going to be Oscar Mike in like 5 minutes. I'm gearing up for this specific quest. And if anyone else has that same quest, they're like, hey, I'll roll with you. Super easy to group up. Man, Just thinking about it and talking about it, it gets me so excited because it's something that I don't believe we've ever had. Tarkov, like I said, it has that goal, weapon customization, the whole economy, traders. It's great, right? It scratches that itch. But when you play the game as I have for about 1,400 out of your 1,500 hours have been solo, it gets kind of boring and lonely. And I don't like to use Discord and go on to Reddit and, type in a post or a comment, be like, hey, did someone want you to come play with me? I don't like to do that. The people that I like to play with, I like to find them in the game because we are already playing the fucking game and we have a like-minded goal that we need to get done, right? And when it comes to Arma, it's great being able to do that, man, to get those people like that. But eventually it gets boring because you're just capturing a point over and over and over again, right? I don't think we've ever had anything scratch an itch like this with a full economy, traders, quests, and easily being able to group up with other like-minded players and go out and complete operations. It sounds fucking insane, and I'm super excited. I know everybody's been hyping this game up. I've hyped it up in my own mind. I've kind of brought my expectations down after some of the gameplay, obviously, because it looks like Alpha Tarkov, man. And Alpha Tarkov was rough, but Alpha Tarkov is still rough, and it's like 6 years later. I bought that game in like 2018, EOD. And it's still rough all these years later, but we love it for that reason. So I really hope, and it looks like it is, Grayzone's going to come out in a playable, fun state with a decent gameplay loop, and we're going to be able to make some friends, run some ops, and have some fun, dude. I'm super excited for it. Super excited for it. It should be coming out soon. But I really want you guys to let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Is there a game that I'm just not fucking thinking of that has this itch that's already been scratched? I don't think there is. I think that what comes closest to this is DayZ. And I say DayZ for the reason of when you ran into legitimately friendly players who weren't looking for the first opportunity to shoot you in the back of the head and take all your shit, you did have the same goal in mind, and it was to survive and eventually to build bases and shit, right? So you had the same goal in mind. Hey, I want to survive. Hey, I need to get supplies. Hey, I want to find some cool fucking guns and kill some not friendly shoot on sight people and win bases where I want to build a base. If you could find people like that in the game, which it wasn't that hard, you can make some real friends. I had friends for years until, we just grew up. DayZ came out when I was like 14, 13. We just grew up and just drifted apart. We talked like every day for years playing DayZ, and I think that's the closest experience that's kind of like drawing to Grayzone, which excites me again. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if I missed something. I appreciate you dukes watching. Check out Tacticon Armament again with my link in the description down below, and I'll see you dukes on the next one. Peace out.